G'day. So my name is Darren, I'll be the MC for this afternoon. And you're all now sitting in West End's newest park. And this is the first event to happen here. So it's really important that it is the first event. This is the first occasion for people to gather here, other than to park their cars and pay somebody some cash for it. So as a piece of ceremony in a public space, I think it's really, really important. So
Absolutely.
thanks to Weka, to Erin and to the others that have organised for this to happen. I think in this week in particular, where there's been a lot of talk about what's going on with racism and race relations in Australia, I think it's great that each of you have kind of stepped out this afternoon, and instead of being involved with the debates and all the talk and all the words, that you've actually done something in practice and done something that's very meaningful, and that's, for us, it's very significant. So what I'll do is, the order of ceremonies is I'll hand over to Erin, the president of Weka, and then Erin will introduce Aunty Malanjali, and then we've got some dancers who are going to perform a bit of a celebration for us here, and the certificates are up at this table. So once the proceedings have finished here, then I welcome you to up to the table to get a certificate as well from Aunty Malanjali and from Erin. So Erin, if I bring you up.
Yeah, thanks Darren.
Can you use this?
Probably not, I think I can scream loud enough to be able to welcome everybody. Thank you so much everybody for coming. This is a really wonderful day. As a community, we really stood up to have this park recognised. We were inches away from losing this piece of land to a development application. And so it's very poignant that we are here today on West End's newest park, the only park that's been actually delivered in the local area plan. And it's very poignant that we have our traditional elder and representative, Aunty Malanjali, to come and to perform a welcome to country for us on this event, on this day. About in 2009, we held an event down by the river at the end of Boundary Street, and it was one of the most beautiful events of a welcome to country event, one of the most beautiful events I have ever been to. And I've been wanting for Weka to host another one of these events for quite a long time. And it's wonderful that we have been able to put on one of these events again, and to welcome you all here, because we want to show respect for the longevity of the traditional people that are from this land, and the Jagera people in the country on which we stand. So this is a public gesture. A very simple gesture, a respectful recognition of the traditional owners and custodians of this land. It's part of a broader day of action for the residents of West End, part of a broader day of action. And this morning we had a march, and we had a couple of hundred people. We're working with the Kurilpa Futures group, and we had a wonderful march of a couple of hundred people marched from the Distance Ed site down to Boundary Street in a great show of people calling out for better development. Now, we thought about it around what did we want to have as part of this day of action, and we really wanted to bring it right back to the fundamentals of what it means to be here on traditional land, and to really honour and show respect to the traditional people, and to have this opportunity to hold one of these beautiful events with Aunty Malanjali. Unfortunately, some of the government weren't able to come. Helen sends her apologies. Yeah, what happened to Helen?
Helen sends her apologies. She wasn't able to make it today. We also invited Terry Butler. She also sends her apologies. We've long wanted to really engage following the 2009 event.
we called on the government to recognise this and really to spread this as a wonderful opportunity for more than reconciliation, to really honour the traditional peoples. Unfortunately, that idea didn't really catch on in the way that we may have envisaged. But let's try again. Let's try again. We've again invited the government also. Sometimes these ideas start in community and are very much fostered in community first. So I thank you very much all for coming today. And I don't want to say too much more now, but except to introduce you to our traditional elder and representative, Auntie Malanjali, who will welcome us to country as in a traditional way of recognising us to be able to, having permission to be on this land. We're going to move to